If you haven't been paying attention, currently the Iranians and the Israelis are bombing the living hell out of each other right now. In this war, the Israelis clearly have the advantage, not to mention the support of the United States. Now, I need to mention the United States has not officially joined the Israelis in this fight, even though President Trump has been saying some asinine shit on Truth Social. We now have complete total control of the skies above Iran. What? Who's we? We, as in like Israel and the mouse in their pocket? Because the last I checked, we're not fully in this. Or how about this one? Unconditional surrender. These are all tweets by today. Now, to be honest, I don't want to see Iran with nuclear weapons. In fact, there are 9 countries that have nuclear weapons around the world, and that's a lot of countries to have nuclear weapons. Now, why would you want said weaponry? Obviously, it's deterrence. If you have nuclear weapons, no one really wants to attack you because you can do some serious damage. Back to the Middle East. The Israelis have taken this approach of defense first since the creation of Israel in 1947. And they take some extreme measures to defend their country. And I do mean extreme within bombing civilians, doing some crazy stuff, which isn't exactly kosher. Now, we knew that Israel is capable and did fly into Iran and blew up a whole bunch of different targets around the country. This is not the first time Israel's done something like this. In 1981, the Israelis flew into Iraq in the middle of the Iraq-Iran war and blew up Saddam's nuclear facilities, flew out of the country, and the Iraqis had no idea it was the Israelis. In fact, a few days later, the Israelis said, oh, by the way, that was us. I do find it interesting. This is a few weeks after we delivered some F-16s to them, and they used our F-16s to do this. In 2007, the Syrians were working on making nuclear weapons with the help of North Korea. The Israelis said, They flew in there and blew it up using our F-15s that we just sold them. From this coordinated attack, we know they used F-35s, F-16s, F-15s, all American made, obviously with their Israeli slant on them. And the United States is supporting them with weapons and arms and shooting missiles out of the sky. However, a lot of Americans aren't exactly cool with us going full bore into a war with Iran. Like, I'm not thrilled with this whole idea, but if you took out their weapon systems, their nuclear weapons capability, and then you call it a day, fine. But currently the Israelis internationally are not really seen as the good guys in a lot of ways from the way they were handling Gaza. They were cutting people off, starving them out for weeks, indiscriminately bombing civilians. I mean, as someone who served in the U.S. military, that's not something you do. You don't try to kill civilians. Collateral damage is a term for it, but that's not something you want to happen, and you try to avoid that, which is not really what has been happening in Israel. Now, nuclear weapons are a scary game that a lot of people are playing with, and the United States and several other countries have done things in the past to stop people from getting nuclear weapons. And like I just said, the Israelis attacked 3 different countries just to stop them from having nuclear weapons. But the United States in 2009, with the CIA's help, instituted something called Stuxnet, where we had a backdoor into their systems and we heated up their nuclear reactors. Something about their machinery was saying the temperature is at this level when it was really at this level, and it was something that the CIA did. Success, the Iranians couldn't get nuclear weapons. Under the Obama administration, they signed a deal to open up trade with the Iranians, and in response, the Iranians agreed not to make nuclear weapons. The same deal Donald Trump walked away from in 2017. And then this year, Donald Trump offered Iran the same deal that Obama gave them, and they didn't really trust it or didn't go with it. And as a response, the Israelis jumped on it, utilizing their opportunity and attacked. And I don't think the United States, or I should say, I don't think Trump knew about it until the last minute. Trump is openly supporting Israel, but at the same time, us openly supporting Israel has backfired on us a few times in the past. During the Yom Kippur War in 1973, we openly supported the Israelis because they were not doing too well and they needed our equipment. And the end result was the OPEC stopped trading oil with us, which decimated our economy in the 1970s. This is a mess, and I don't know how we can fix it, if it's even fixable. But realistically, the way the United States should probably operate here is not get involved. Iranians are losing. They're going to start getting more extreme. And like a wild animal, if you trap it in the corner and there's no way for it to run away, it's going to fight to the death. And okay, let's say the Iranians don't have nuclear weapons, but they can hand out dirty bombs. They do have terrorist cells in all these other countries, so we obviously know about it. Hamas, Hezbollah. Yeah, this could push a more extreme view, which is not good. But this is all my opinion. Let me know in the comments what you think.